Well, good evening, everyone. Sorry we're a little bit late. Technical difficulties. I'm sure that all of you have been experiencing a little bit of the Twitter difficulty today. So, what I'd like to do is introduce our guest for the week. And we've got David, and David lives in Louisiana, and XRP David, and then XRP Joe is with us this week. We just wanted to get together and kick around some ideas about our wonderful XRP. Maybe we've got some impressions on what happened with Swell. And if any of you have any comments, then just let us know what they are, and we'll be happy to answer anything that comes up. So, David, would you like to kind of say hello to everyone, introduce yourself, and if you've got any kind of a opening hello to everyone you'd like to share, then now's the time to do it.
Well, hello everyone. I don't really have an intro. I'm David XRP. Most of you know me from Twitter. Well, not most of you. Some of you may know me from Twitter. XRP, by XRP. That's all really all I got.
All right. And Joe, you've got anything exciting you'd like to share with anybody and say hello to everybody?
First of all, hi, everybody. I do apologize for the late stream. It is entirely my fault. Still working off of acclimated technology here with my laptop, and being near Yosemite, we're on mountain Wi-Fi. So I did consider jumping in the stream with my trusty iPad, but I don't think it would have worked out very well at all. So I was just trying to reboot the computer there. As far as a message, I would just like to say thanks again, Scott, for having me on. And thank you to XRP Army News Channel for bringing up a very important issue, or not an issue, but a very important topic, a very important subject, and that's how we are all connected. And whether it's crypto, whether it's racing, whether it's football, whatever you're into, those groups of people that are into the same thing, if you guys find a way to positively connect, it can be a really amazing thing. And I haven't seen anything more positive in the XRP community than the XRP News Channel and Operation Cooperation, which I think is one of the things we're here to talk about today. And as far as Swell news, we'll talk about, some of that later, but I kind of knew going into it that it wasn't going to be a whole lot of at least price action. As far as news goes, yeah, there's some news. I think we'll find out more as we go. But I'm very curious about the closed off nature of the event this year. I know that COVID is happening, and so that there's everything's being done virtually, but I still saw that it was kind of, it was even closed off to the XRP community even more than just being a virtual event per se. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, how excited are you guys about the new loan program? Did you guys get a lot of details about that, listening to the recaps of what's going on with the loan programs?
The loan program, you mean the line of credit from Ripple?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't had a chance to look into it. I've been actually working on a blog about the XRP ledger, and I keep looking and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of blogs out there about the XRP ledger, right? So it kind of, it's kind of hard to be diverse when you're writing a blog about the XRP ledger, but I have my own point of view, and I want people, people that I can reach in, my own personal life, and I can show them my blog, and, it'd probably be more comfortable for them to, interact with crypto in the crypto space when they see, me really interacting with it, so, but as far as the line of credit goes, what I understand, from what I heard about it and what I do understand, it's going to be a great thing, for Ripple to be stepping up. If you think about it, they're making the moves of a bank, the type of move a bank would make. So I think that's a great move for the company, and I'm really in tune, into what the company is doing more than what the price of XRP is doing. So I'm so excited that XRP is still cheap. So I'm like, man, people want to go up. I'm like, not right now, please. Like, I want to get more. I want to get more as much as I can. So I don't want to just go up. Like, no.
Yeah, my boss and I were talking about something very similar just the other day. We're like, keep it low for a couple more months. It's fine. Keep it low for 6 more months because we know what the long term. We know where this is going, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the way I see the Ripple loan program, their partners are going to need to borrow money. I believe it's, I was watching Working Money channel today, and there was a guy that he shared a Twitter video from, and the guy in the Twitter video explained it real simply. And it was kind of eye-opening and just kind of like, wham, I can't wait till this happens. But what Ripple is doing is they're offering these loans within 24 to 48 hours in some cases, which is super fast compared to the way they're used to this process. And then on top of that, the fees are going to be between 6 and 12% instead of 10 to 20%. So you think these huge institutions aren't going to look at a bank and go, okay, you're going to offer me this slow option at a huge fee, and you guys are going to give me, oh, you know what, I'm going to go right over here. And when so much goes into that system and Ripple runs low on their supply of XRP, where are they going to go? They're going to go to the retail market. That's going to shoot this through the roof on top of all the other use cases that it has. So that when I saw that, I was like, oh man, huge, so huge. Yeah.
The use case for XRP is ridiculous. Like, there's nothing in the world. There are other things that try to imitate XRP, but it's like there's nothing that has the background and the solidness of XRP. And then we have this community. Like, look at what it's done. It's brought us together. Like, I probably would have never met y'all guys if it wasn't for XRP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice to meet you, by the way, David XRP.
You too, man. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. But
and thank you, David, or Scott. Thank you, Scott, for facilitating this platform.
Cool,
I said a couple months ago, this is an amazing format, and it's great.
We're gonna make it a weekly thing because what I'd like to do is be able to give a voice to the the rest of us. It's like Festivus.
What I want to see Scott's moment in time. That's what I want to see. I want to see it public, all the way public. Yeah.
I got it. I've got it ready. I've just got to try and pick a time because I've got so many good ones. And one of the great things is I can let everybody know that tomorrow, excuse me, we will have the opportunity to hear Kevin Cage's story, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be publishing that. And then on Monday, we are going to have none other than Lady Enigma. And I'm telling you guys, that is one that you do not want to miss. What a fantastic lady. I mean, she chose her name correctly. And then next Wednesday, we're going to be able to share XRP Chiz, his moment in time on Wednesday. So we've got these things rolling in, and I wanted to mention one thing that happened yesterday. I mentioned this to David right before we got started. I had something interesting happen night before last. I was talking to a guy on Twitter, like I'm doing almost all the time, and I found a guy that was willing to do his moment in time. And I also want to bring this back around to you, Joe. But he's Spanish. And he said, well, could I do it in Spanish? And the light bulb went off.
That would be amazing.
I'm like, wow.
Right.
we need somebody to do it in Italian. We need somebody to do it in Russian. We need somebody to do it in Chinese. Yes.
That's exactly. And that's one of the reasons I love my friend Joe, because
who else has goosebumps?
He got it just like I did. We need to be a multilingual media community channel, and we need to get people from different languages to do their moment in time videos in their language. I saw XRP Deutschland in Twitter yesterday, and I was going to reach out to him and see if he would do a moment in time video in German, because because we live in America, we think American first and English first, but a lot of the world doesn't speak that, and it's not their first language. So
Now,
I am actively looking now out in the community to find someone who speaks other languages, and let's get some, other videos in other languages, some stories put together so we can share it more effectively in other countries.
Okay, I would suggest also that if they're not resistant to it, to ask them to do one both in English and in their other language, because then I don't want to miss out on getting to know XRP Deutsch, and I don't speak German. If it's not too much for them to do and folks are willing to do that, that would be great too. If they only want to do it in the other language, then, then that's an awesome thing in the first place.
Well, one of the reasons that you guys are here is because you participated and you helped me by making yours. So, I mean, you guys tell me how long do you think it, I mean, how long does it take? 10 minutes or less?
Yeah.
Most
Mine was like 6 minutes, I think.
Most of them are more in the 5-6 minute range, but so that's one thing, is multilingual. So anyone in the audience, anybody that sees this on a replay, if you know someone in our XRP family that speaks another language, please reach out to them and ask them if they would be willing to do a moment in time in their native language and in English if they feel comfortable with that as well. And then the other interesting thing, go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to add one more thing, if I could, before you move on to a different topic. If anyone out there knows sign language, that would be an awesome video, I think, as well. That would be a good moment in time video, would be a sign language video. If you're able to sign and you have the time, that would be really cool, because I think there's other folks out there who have the ability to sign, maybe can't hear, who might be able to see that video and connect to this community a little more.
It's a great idea.
Another thing that I wanted to highlight each week is a couple of things that I've seen in the community that have happened this week. And one of them I wanted to give and I hope both of you guys saw it and listened to it as well, but XRP Bags and James Rule put out.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
It was just kick ass.
That was cool.
Yeah. And the talent of the people in our community is just extraordinary. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do, is to be able to give a highlight to what's going on in our community and give a voice to all of the great talents that the people in our community have.
Yeah. Now it could be that all of these people in our community are talented, which would be amazing. Or it could be that XRP Bags is just an amazing producer too. I know music, and if you're good enough behind that equipment, you can make just about anybody sound great. And I'm not saying these folks, but I'm sure he could make me sound like I knew what I was doing.
Having said that, one other thing that I wanted to mention about the videos and that kind of thing that came up. And then I want to give an announcement for Kevin, XRP Philosopher. All right. So the other interesting thing that happened for me this week was when we put out XRP Joe and Wife's video. In the comment section in our videos, I got a guy that wrote me and said, "Hey, I'd like to do one of these with my wife." So I reached out and have connected with him. We're going to get together. And I think that's another thing that we could do if people are interested in it and want to do one with your spouse or your girlfriend. And, any story like that out there is intriguing. And I'll say one quick plug for stories and then let you guys talk. Stories create sticky memories. News and facts, it just informs, but people don't remember it as well as an interesting story. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to go in the moment in time direction, because we want to have something that everyone in the community can share with brand new people who have never heard about Ripple and XRP before. And it's more likely that they're going to open their minds if they listen to real stories from real people. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is kind of be like the storyteller of the XRP Army community. And so, Joe, I just wanted to give you a big shout out. I believe that you inviting your wife, you started something, and now I'm going to try to, once you started the fire, I'm going to try to see what I can do to throw some gas on it.
Well, I'm glad other people are getting involved, other spouses, other significant others, because like I said before, it's not just our future economy. In fact, after we're done with this little town hall chat that we're having here, I'm going to be recording a quick little video with my grandson, highlighting some crypto for kids content that is online, that's on YouTube. He's 7 years old, and they play these games that have these little gold coins that they collect throughout the game, and it kind of he can really relate to this. And I've already started discussing with him about how when he's older, it's more beneficial for him to learn how to make money for him, as opposed to trading his hours for dollars. And so in that video, it's going to be a little kid video. It's going to be fun and highlight, it's going to highlight, some lighthearted stuff. But I'm hoping it also attracts other parents to start educating their kids about this, because, they're going to be a little bit behind the curve, like the other 99% are as well.
Right.
I want the whole household to be in that 1 or 2%, not just me, so.
Right. I just want to make this comment. Just imagine how hard it would be to invest in crypto if your wife didn't agree with it. Just imagine how rough that would be. Like you wouldn't be able to explain that, right? Like how would you,
Yeah.
So I'm glad my wife is on board with me, and that she's happy about my investment. She listens to me when I tell her what's going on, and my biggest thing right now is like I like to tell people in real life that I'm a crypto influencer, because I'll take the time out to explain to people what it is and what's going on, and like how when it was started a little over 10 years ago, that there weren't any government involvement. And right now that this is happening, right now that the government is getting involved, and that they're passing rules and laws, for cryptocurrency. So just that in itself, because they're not saying no, it's illegal, ban it, and they're passing laws around it, that lets you know that the market, I look at it like this. The Forex market is a $7 trillion market, right? And the stock market is $4 trillion market, right? So, and the crypto market is only a $350 billion market. It's not even a trillion yet. So I'm like, well, if they're okay in it, and they're like, we want this thing to go. And if you paid attention to Brian Brooks and Jay Clayton the other day when they were speaking on the other side of the coin video, they were basically saying that they want this market to boom. They want it to boom. If you were listening to what they were saying we're passing the rules. We're slowly doing it because we want to see what is it going to take to make it happen. So, I definitely want this to happen, and it's inevitable. The crypto market has to become a multi-trillion-dollar market. It has to happen. So if you get in now and if you buy a coin that's safe enough, I would say, like, what I mean by safe enough is you don't want to just go invest in a coin just because it's a penny and think you're going to, because what if some regulations come through and then it makes that coin illegal? And then they're like, they have to do something about it, right? So you want to get something like, definitely like Bitcoin or XRP, in the top 10, top 20, in my opinion, that's where it's at, because it's like, if you can get a bunch of those and just hold it until that right thing happens, because it's going to happen, And the crypto market, I just learned this recently. Actually, I didn't know that the coin market cap wasn't, like stocks, like to where it's divided among according to that price, and like, so
yeah, it's not accurate.
That increases the chance for the price to skyrocket by significantly, so I mean, there's so much room for growth right now. Like, it's so easy. Like, I think something that Brad Garlinghouse said that stood out to me a lot when he said that nobody can say that they've been in crypto for 20 years. And, that right there just lets you know that it's the time for people to get involved. It's the time right now, to get involved and to learn what's going on, and like what you were saying, Joe, I think that's incredible because the kids now, like my nephew, I tell him all the time, like when I was growing up, the internet was being created. We didn't have this all the time. I remember beepers, before. I remember when the phone came out. I remember when CDs came out, and it's like they don't understand that. And it's like so when the new kids are growing up, crypto is gonna be normal to them, and so to get one, get them inclined with it now is actually a great idea because, he's just going to be more familiar with it when he gets, in his teenage years,
Well, and that, you guys talking about this, it just gives me a chance to kind of reflect back and think about you guys are pretty smart. And it's so
I don't know about that.
It is so great to be able to get together and be able to understand more about the people in our community because we've got a lot of really smart people that have been doing all of this research. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, man, I'd like to be able to tell somebody.
Right.
Because if I go out to my friends and family, I try to talk to them and they're looking at me like a cow at a new gate. They just don't get it. They don't care. But man, the brain power of the people that we have in our community is just astounding. And that's one of the reasons that I'm trying to help be able to give a voice to everyone in the community, because my respect, since I started doing this, my respect for our community and the people in it has just gone through the roof. I mean, I wake up every day so excited about what I'm getting into with this stuff now because I continuously get to meet people like you guys and XRP Bags and Stephanie Starr and Jay Moore. I mean, the list, XRP.
All these amazing people.
The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I just met a guy yesterday who's in the Air Force stationed in Germany and did his moment in time. I mean, how would we have ever been able to ever run across each other? And guess what? He gets it just like we do about XRP and the world and everything that's going on. Now, hold on one second. XRP philosopher. Hey, XRP family. All right, I will highlight stuff that y'all do and stuff that y'all talk about. Like I gave a shout out to XRP Bags and his great collaboration with James Rule with their song. Okay, so this is XRP philosopher. Hey, XRP family. XRP Army News is so kind to sacrifice a little of his time during the live stream. Thanks. The startup independent Dutch website, and I'll put this in the description. D. Kritschke Standard, got 2 A's, wants to be a platform for sharp thinkers to counter the mainstream media, but with thoughts and opinions from valid sources. I was asked to do a series of articles on fintech and the new worldwide system being implemented, but I'm more of a columnist than a reporter. I suggested asking the XRP community for a second writer who has more talent corresponding news and writing in a more bullet-like fashion. Do know that it's all voluntary, at least for now, but I find it a very nice opportunity for the XRP community to spread awareness of what's truly happening on the world stage behind the curtains and attract more Dutch people to our Dutch community or our XRP community. It's a win-win for all of us. I think it would be a great idea to mingle with a broader audience by using other channels than just about crypto channels or finance channels. If there's someone there, please, who would like to reply to this call, contact Kevin XRP88, and the site is critchstandard.nl. All right. So I wanted to give Kevin a shout out. He's writing a series of articles looking for a co-writer talking about XRP and crypto. So anybody fall into that category, reach out to him on Twitter.
I just want to make a point that XRP has another use case. It's not only to bridge currency, but it also bridges people, because we're on different sides of the United States right now, and we would have never known each other. We would never, probably, not saying we would have never had a conversation, but we would have never been in this Zoom, this call, this video together, and I just think, it's like, that's another use case right there, right?
I really like the way you put that.
Right, bringing people together.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Hey, can I give a shout out to everybody in the chat? GDLT, Lady Enigma, Stephanie Starr, Kevin XR Philosopher, Channing Smithson. There was somebody else in here. They okay, I don't see them, but yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for being in here.
Everybody in the chat.
Law of Attractions 6 is in here.
And also, I'd like to also give a shout out while they're doing that. Anyone who would like to be a guest here, then just reach out to me. We're going to keep doing this. All right. And when I first had the idea about Operation Cooperation and the XRP Army News Channel, I went through about 7 months worth of nobody listening. And well, a lot of people are listening now. And the same thing's going to happen with this community get together roundup every week, because we're just going to keep doing it. And it's a good thing to be able to give everyone else in the community a chance to stand up and say their piece. And I want to be the platform for everybody in the community. So we will keep doing this. And if any of you know anybody that wants, including yourself, if you want to be a part of this, then just reach out to me and we'll get you scheduled here on a Thursday for you to be able to share what it is that you do and what you think. Because all XRP Army stories matter, every single one of them. And, including if you're brand new to the space or if you've been here, since the beginning of origin of Ripple, we want to hear from you. Everybody does.
All right. And I just want to say this. I started out looking at DAI and Working Money channel videos. That's how I started out. I used to drive to work, and like before I got in my car, I would put Bluetooth my phone to my radio so I could listen to their videos on my way to work. And when I was at work, I used to just listen to it. And I just brought up that point to say, once I started listening to influencers like Crypto Airy and King Solomon, what I learned from watching their videos is how to do my own research. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to learn how to do. It's not as hard as you might think. What I do is I just, if I'm interested in something, I want to know. I read, what the terms of use are, what the company's about, what regulations they follow, what rules they follow, and who's in charge of the company, and I want to know like what do these people do, like what are their track records, stuff like that, and if you're smart enough, if not smart enough, but if you have the time, you have the spiritual capacity to read a white paper, like just read the, what I'm saying, like read the white paper, I know what you're saying. See what it's really about, and it's not as hard as you may think to do your own research, so I just want to put that message out there. Because you can look at a lot of videos and get misled by a simple message and go out and start spreading that message, and then it end up looking like you don't know what's going on because you spread some false information, and then you end up scaring people away from crypto. So we want to make it as comfortable as we can.
Yeah, I agree. I will give a shout out today. I was able to watch a swell report from Mr. B, XRP. I don't know if any of y'all had a chance to look at that yet, but he knocked it out of the park today. That was a great video. He was one of the ones that was invited to Swell, and I mean, it was great. And one of the things that I like the most is he said that, and it may be insignificant to some people, but not to me. Ripple now has over 500 employees. Now, y'all think about the other projects out there that are trying to put together something in this crazy crypto world, and Ripple has got 500 employees.
Yeah.
This is no joke. And they have got a great tech, and they've got a great team working on things. And one of the new partnerships is some company, I believe, I think it's in the Philippines, I think, but they've got like 1 million people that they're trying to help that are disadvantaged, and they're trying to bring them together in the money ecosystem of the world by getting them phones. And I mean, that is just fantastic. The fact that we're being able to include more people in the world, so they don't have to be outside of everything that's going on with us. And so that's, if any of you get a chance, I highly recommend Mr. B XRP's video from today about Swell. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I'll definitely check that out.
I wonder what happened at Swell.
Well, that one of the if you watch that video, it seemed to me like that there was more that went on day 2. And yeah, I agree. The loans is going to be the loan program is going to be really good. And the other thing is, it seemed like that I think that we all know and agree with is that the United States in the regulatory, part of all of this is still behind where we would like them to be. That seemed to be the overall message coming out of Swell from the videos that I've seen so far. Anybody else in the audience? Anything that you guys picked up? And how about you, Joe? Have you been able to catch up on any of the Swell videos yet?
I've been working quite a bit the past couple of days, so I haven't seen much of the Swell content. Obviously the price action, we saw it do what I pretty much expected it would do, which is, not a whole lot either way. It didn't dump a whole lot. Somebody walked by me and said, "Oh my God, it's dumping." And I said, "What's it at?" They said 24 cents. Okay. That's really not dumping, and 26 cents is not on fire, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But the one thing, just to kind of reiterate a little more on the Ripple loan program, if anybody, well, not if anybody, because I know I've seen comments out there on Twitter and other social medias where people had some serious doubts about Ripple's commitment to XRP's success. Because let's face it, if you look at it a certain way, Ripple could just still continue to just sell their messaging services and do their other stuff without XRP and still be a very successful company. But this move that they've made with the loan program proves to me anyway, without a shadow of a doubt, that Ripple has XRP's best intent on their minds.
I agree.
They have XRP's, future in mind. Absolutely.
I think one of the most confusing things that go on in the XRP community is the rumor about Ripple dumping XRP. But what people don't understand is, it goes back to my point a few seconds ago about reading the white paper. If you read the white paper to XRP, it'll tell you that there's a decentralization strategy that they're following, and because because a person investor doesn't understand that, doesn't mean, they're dumping XRP. I think it's a good thing what they're doing, because they have a strategy, and, obviously we don't understand that strategy. We're not creating a multi national currency that's a bridge currency between all assets, that's interoperable with every asset. So we definitely don't understand everything they're doing, but we know that something big is happening. So, it's right there. It's just, do you want something or do you not? Like, it's right there in your face. If you want something, you're gonna definitely want to see what it's about. So,
yeah. Well, and with Ripple's background, with XRP's use cases, Not financial advice to anybody, but it's worth it to me to put into it what I'm willing to lose. What's not worth it to me is to not put into it what I'm willing to lose and watch it fly by again like the entire market did 2017, 2018. I'm not sitting back this time. Screw it. I'm not. I don't care if it goes through the roof or just hits the roof and falls back down. I'm going to make some profit off of it this time.
Hey, and guys, think about it. One of the reasons, the opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a goofy salesman. All right. So, but if you think about it, the reason that commissioned financial advisors say they work at a big bank in America, the reason that they have not been encouraging the portfolio holders that they manage their money, the reason that they've not encouraged them to diversify into digital assets is because they were not able to make any commission off of it.
Nothing in it for them. Yep.
Nothing in it for them. So Wells Fargo is a bank in America. I'm not picking on them, but a Wells Fargo financial advisor is very, very, very unlikely to recommend that his clients put money into crypto because there was no way for him to be able to make any commission off of it. Well, now that they're going to be able to because of Brian Brooks, now you just imagine 5% of the traditional money being moved into crypto, into digital assets. And David, what would that do to our market cap?
I don't know, man. I think, like I said, this is my point of view. This is my really big picture point of view. I really believe that it's inevitable because it's a market and because it works so well and because it has world-changing technology. It's inevitable because the Forex market is already $7 trillion. The stock market is already $4 trillion. It's only natural that the crypto market becomes a multi-trillion-dollar market. It has to. Whatever market is there that stands next to the stock market and the Forex market. Is there another market? Am I missing something? That's just my point of view. Like, as far as market cap goes, you're talking about the whole crypto market.
Yeah,
I think it has to be a multi-trillion-dollar market. I think that's the reason. If you look at what Bitcoin has done from the birth of Bitcoin to now, being worth a third of a penny to being worth $20,000.
Well, I'll go ahead and say it. I'm a little hypey sometimes anyway, I guess, but when crypto hits the derivatives market, that is a quadrillion-dollar market.
Yeah.
When they tokenize real estate, when they tokenize commodities like oil and all of these other things.
It's coming because of smart contract, It's gonna make it, I heard a guy say, I heard a guy was talking about how many days it took him to buy a house and how he had to go through so much paperwork. But once they have the laws around crypto to where you could create a smart contract where all that's already in there and you just have to pay for it and sign the paper, then, that's going to make buying land and buying property 1,000 times easier and better for everybody, Yep. So.
And Channing wrote, loans are for institutional use also. If they loan them 100,000 XRP now for 24 cents and it accrues to $1, they still only will pay the $100,000 back. They keep the 300,000.
Yeah.
Joe, I'd say that's a pretty good incentive for them to want to use the XRP loan program.
Yeah. Now there would be the flip coin of that. There would be the flip side of that coin, which would be if it depreciated in value. Would it do the same? Yeah. Would it do the same thing in the other direction? And would they be concerned about that? I'm not sure how. I haven't looked into it enough to know how that would, how they would react to that, or if that would actually go the way I'm thinking it would. But yeah, that's all very. I was reading that comment as well. I was like, oh my goodness. That's that's a game changer right there too.
Well, I mean,
we haven't even gotten our Spark tokens yet. Like there's so much going on. It's ridiculous. It's almost like unbelievable.
if you guys think about the FOMO now with the case studies that Ripple has, and I mean, 500 employees out there beating the drum. I mean, there's a lot better chance things are going to stick instead of going up to, what was it, 389 and then back down?
Yeah, 384, I think, or yeah. No, I think it'll go up, and I think once we go through this market cycle, you're not going to see another 25-cent XRP.
I honestly think that Ripple is holding back the price for a certain reason. And I think that once they feel like they've gotten what they want and they've gotten where they want and they know they can do what they can do, they'll release holding back the price. And I think the price will just is just going to go straight to like between $10 to $15. And I think it's going to stay there for a while, just like it did at 25 cents until the real world adoption comes in. I think the message is like, it's right here in your face. Hey, you see what we're doing. You see that you can make a lot of money off investing in our company. We're giving you the opportunity to invest now while we're keeping the prices low. That's how I see it, you know? Because
well, if that's the case, it works for me because I'm still buying. So it's fine by me. Keep it low as long as you want. Again, because I know where this is going to be 10 years from now.
Just the attention that we bring to the table it makes XRP worth more than 25 cents. Just because of the people that are involved now makes it worth more than 25 cents. I look at a chart called on Daily FX. It's a client sentiment, and they have Ripple on there. It's a Forex site, but they have Ripple on there. Ain't that something, right? They have Bitcoin, Ripple, and Litecoin and Ethereum on there. And it tells you on there that 98% of retail traders are holding, they're long. So, and usually what happens is large institutions and banks will they'll trade in the opposite direction. So, that could be another part of the reason why the price is still low, because there's so many people just holding it. And and they're like, if we let go right now, then we're just giving away hundreds of millions of dollars, because there's a lot of people just sitting there waiting for the price to quadruple, and they're just going, and I think there's also psychology behind, trying to get a lot of people to let go of some of those tokens too. Some of the retail traders,
shaking people out.
Yeah.
Well, the exciting part is we don't know, but I think that, at least for me, I think that I feel very confident that it's going to work out. I don't have a date. I don't have a price prediction, but I just feel like I just go back to the very fundamentals of it. If you can move money quicker, more secure, and cheaper, it's going to get adopted. I mean, if you could travel somewhere cheaper, more safe, and faster, wouldn't you do it? I mean, eventually convenience with the human being is going to win out. They just got to figure out how they're going to regulate it and get their piece of it. And then I think there's going to be Katie bar the door. That's a Southern term for all y'all that don't know that.
Yeah.
David and I know that.
The chat's having a really good conversation here. Kevin, XR Philosopher, says, IMF calling this period Bretton Woods opportunity is giving a global okay. He says, a friend of mine works at a bank here. 2 hours later, they launched the internal campaign promoting and educating about blockchain.
Okay. I got to say something right quick. I'm sorry to cut everybody off, but check this out. The whole time, I had no idea that people were in the chat.
Oh, yeah, you can click on comments off to the far right side.
So if anybody, I'm sorry, I didn't give nobody a shout out, because I heard y'all saying that, and I was like, I don't see anything over here, because mine was still on the private chat. And I was like, what? And I just clicked. I'm like, wow, I did not know people were in the chat.
That's probably our fault. I should have told you it was there.
Wow, that's crazy.
But
I did not know.
Channing, yeah. And also look at Brock Pierce. He made a bunch of money. And how about SBI sponsoring a gaming team and paying them in XRP? That's another, that gaming thing is humongous.
and they wanted the XRP, and they wanted that XRP.
I'm 58. These games don't mean anything to me, but I know that a lot of people play them. So that's huge.
Oh yeah. Well, that's, like these 7-year-olds, like my grandson that plays these games like Mario Kart and these Pokemon games online where it's all about gold coins.
Let me tell you something. I had an idea and I actually see it coming to life already. I was like, man, what if they tokenized, like what you just said, Pokemon cards, something like that? Because if they tokenize it, it would give the digital card a true value. And that way people can actually literally trade and battle and stuff like that across the world. That right there is a multi-billion-dollar market, if you ask me, because just the cards in physical form is like multi-billion. Like Pokemon is the #1 franchise in the world. Like if you get Pokemon attached to something, it's like instant automatic money, like automatic profit. Because it's just but
our Ripple XRP Army News community channel. I don't know if I could have got any more room to add Pokemon in it.
But I just think, I'm thinking about the money, like not just being a fan of it, but more of a like just imagine if one of us in the community were able to come up with a platform where you can do something, like create a platform or something built on top of blockchain, so I just think of it like that. Like shit, if one of us come up with a great idea and it's very innovative and it has a great use case, you become a multi-billionaire.
All right,
just from your idea.
So as we're going to wind down because we're trying to keep these till 8 o'clock sharp. All right. So as we wind down, if you guys have any last questions, we want you to put them in the chat. And I want to give a little bit of a shout out because, again, one of the things that we're trying to do with our Operation Cooperation, David, you spurred an idea with me. For those who don't know, one of the things that we're doing is we're splitting up into little teams of 4 people. Right. And what we're doing is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm putting out a new video, a new moment in time video. And in the next 15 hours, what we're asking everyone in the community to do is join us in the next 15 hours. Retweet my tweet with the moment in time video in it. Copy the link of the video and tweet it out yourself. Watch the whole video and then tell other people about what we're doing. Now, we're breaking up into little teams of 4 because it's an opportunity for everybody to hold each other accountable, 1, and number 2, to get to know each other. So we started up a new team with Jay Moore on Sunday and Kevin, XRP Philosopher, and they spent 3.5 hours the first time the 4 of them got together, getting to know each other and finding all about what they thought about XRP and all of that. Well, I can guarantee you if we all get together like that in little groups of 4 and begin to talk with each other about what's going on, there are going to be ideas that are going to come out of that collaboration. And I want to give another great shout out to XRP Bags and James Rule, because see, if they did not come together and collaborate on that great song that they made would have never gotten made. That's right. They had to connect and to cooperate with each other in order to make something that each had a talent, but they needed to put them together to make the end result. And we are officially now monetized with our channel.
Congratulations, Scott.
And so that means when I put Kevin Cage's Moment in Time video out tomorrow at 9 a.m., if all of you will cooperate with me and get to know Kevin better, right? And I want y'all to know that it took me 7 months of asking to be able to get that. And so what I'm asking for in return after the 7-month effort that I put in to get it, it's about 8-9 minutes long. Watch it all. Get to know Kevin better. Besides the fact that he talks like a professional broadcaster, he's built like a brick house.
He's the Jason Statham of the XRP community.
And he talks really fast and smooth, but he's a great guy. And his story is compelling, and I think all of you will enjoy it. But I want all of y'all to think about something in the back of your mind. When you turn that video on tomorrow, 100% of the YouTube revenue is going to go to charity. I'm donating 100% of everything that comes into our channel from video viewing, all to charity. And we've got a fundraiser coming up that I'll be getting out more information to everyone about that coming up shortly. It's another thing that I've been working on for a while. It took me 4 months to be able to find 5 charities who would accept XRP as their payment. And I own a digital marketing company. As soon as we reach the goal, I'm going to write press releases about what we did, right? And so I'm just asking all of you to work with us. And if we connect and cooperate, we can send out more information to the world than we can separately. And we together can send out more information than Ripple can. Because good God, think about it. How many of there are us? I mean, and the platform that we have, I've got 3,700 people on Twitter following me now. I got 4,000 people on Facebook. Well, just imagine if we all shared a little bit of information together in all of our networks, we could be the most powerful group of a community of people who have ever consistently shared information together that's ever been in the history of the world. I'll say one more thing and my preaching will be over. Is there another crypto community out there that is connected and cooperating? We're the most hated community in crypto. So why don't we connect and cooperate and send out a message about Ripple and XRP and about ourselves in the form of our own stories and get them out there as many as people that we can impact. We can get more people to see what we're talking about than the YouTubers can that we have individually right now. If I try to lift 5,000 pounds, I'm not going to be able to do it. But if I get 100 people to help me, okay, well, if we're trying to share more information to the rest of the world about Ripple and XRP, we can do it better connected. And if you agree with that, then join us in Operation Cooperation. And all we're doing is spending a couple of minutes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday tweeting and retweeting and watching the video together. That's it. A win in 2 minutes or less with a 15-hour time window for you to push the ball over the goal line. I mean, I don't think I could put together an easier win for anybody, but combined, the impact is going to be massive.
Yeah.
So that's my little commercial for that. Now, Joe and David, I'd like you guys to say any final message out to everyone. And then if we don't have any final questions, then we will call it up. Yeah, tweet me tomorrow, Shannon.
Let me go.
I see one final question in the one final question in the chat. Lady Enigma was asking which charity or charities. Do you have any information on that, Scott? Some other people might be interested to know.
I'll give you a little taste. All right, one of them is Loaves and Fishes, which is a charity that Ripple gave $1 million to. One of them is Samaritan House San Mateo, which Ripple gave $1 million to. And one is called Farm Aid. And they're a group of college kids who got together and they buy bulk food before it goes to a landfill and give it to food banks. The reason that I like them is it's college kids. We want to have that demographic knowing more about Ripple and XRP. And then another one is dear to my heart. It's the American Dementia Society. My mother is in a memory care facility right now for Alzheimer's. And so I wanted to help bring awareness to dementia and XRP. And then the last one is Home Church Panama, which is a charity that Steve Goldbronson and Joni Goldbronson, two of our members in our XRP family, are involved with. And those are 5. Okay. It took me 4 months to be able to find 5 charities that would accept XRP as the payment. And then what we're going to do after the first one is completed and finished and all of the crypto is transferred over to them, then we're going to start a second fundraiser. And I'm going to take suggestions, and we're having a Operation Cooperation Leadership Council meeting on Friday. And we're going to be one of the things we're going to be discussing is what charities do we want to be having the recipients be in the next go round of the fundraiser. And it's all built on trust. All of the money coming into the YouTube channel, when I get money from YouTube, I'm going to take a screenshot of it, and then I'm going to transfer it into a wallet. And the first time that anybody can see that I've cheated in any way, shape, or form, I give all of you permission to never talk to me again. None of this works if I'm trying to cheat and take anything off the top. It's not worth it. I want to help bring us together because I believe if we work together, we can have a bigger impact on our XRP price than any other thing because there's so many of us. If we can just learn how to beat the drum together at the same time, and any of y'all look at YouTube, there's something called the 100th monkey effect. Go look up that video. If we can just get everybody to beat the drum at the same time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just a little bit of the time together, and then keep doing what you're doing 95% of the time, no problem. But we unify together to send out a stronger message. All right. So, and again, more details. I've got interviews with all of the recipients of the fundraiser. So everybody can check it out. They can listen to the interview that I got done with them. They can call the charity to verify everything was legit. I mean, I did my homework putting all of this stuff together. So anybody that was skeptical about it at all, then look at the videos with the interviews of the recipients and go call the people yourself and verify it. I don't have any problem with trust, but verify. But
yeah, Kevin XR Philosopher says, spread the XRP as payments. Imagine those charities experiencing a parabolic, and I think he probably went on to say, growth. Just when those charities get XRP and then it appreciates.
And imagine the goodwill that the world is going to recognize with our XRP community. Because I'm going to press releases and then air about that we gave them this XRP, and then all of you guys share the press release with everybody you know in every single way. We have got the biggest microphone in the history of the world if we come together and sing the same song 2 or 3 minutes together a day, 3 days a week. I mean, the combined effort, the law of synergy, a lot of you people are into the law of attraction. Google the law of synergy, 1 and 1 and 2, it's 11. Imagine 100 people combined of the same effort, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to share out information, our stories about who we are. And the people seeing those stories are going to be more open to understanding what this is all about if they hear it in the form of a story first. I promise you, stories create sticky memories. News and facts and that kind of stuff, they inform, but it doesn't stick in the brain like a good story. So let's start the ball rolling, getting new people interested in Ripple and XRP by sharing stories from each other. And their brains, it's brain science. It's not my opinion. They will get it more if they're looking at it in a story than if they're looking at a news video. So let's start the process with the story and then back it up if they're interested with the news videos. So I didn't want to talk about that all that much, but again, more is coming along. The first hurdle was I had to find 5 charities who would accept XRP and get interviews with them. Done. The second thing, I had to get the channel monetized. Done. And so when you guys are watching the videos that are released on this channel, just keep it in the back of your mind. Every minute I watch this, I'm making a little bit of money that Scott's going to put to a good use to share the goodness of our community with the rest of the world.
Well, I already wake up every day, and one of the things I ask myself is, how can I help someone today? Well, now I've got an easy answer every day. I can just watch a moment in time video.
Scott has laid the platform for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Dale Carnegie. And another guy, if you help enough other people get what they want, you get everything you want. Right? And give, then you receive. It's not about, oh, look at me, how many subscribers I can get. I could go that route. I really could. But what I'd rather do is utilize everything that I can to help build our community stronger. Let every human being understand that connected, we're better than we are separated. And that's one of the problems that we've got in the world, is that we are separated. And that's not the way that we were designed. Real quick, look, my hand. The cells in my hand are all cooperating. They're not competing. We were all designed to cooperate, not to compete. If my cells in my hand suddenly began to compete, my hand would rot off. So we are designed to cooperate, but we've been competing. Part of the change in this world is that we're getting a new form of digital money. But what's happening with us individually? Are we changing to become more of a cooperative being with everybody, with God's other kids? No better way to say it, right? What change are you making, becoming a more giving human being? And if you give, that's what you get back. It's spiritual law. So give. And what I'm giving all of y'all a chance to do is watch these moment in time videos. Just let it play all the way through, so the ad goes through, so it clicks the cash register. Then we're going to donate all the money to charity.
Hey, TB XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created. It's actually way faster and better than Bitcoin, and has more use cases. So,
and TB,
that's what XRP is.
Yeah, and TB, if you go onto YouTube, we have, without a doubt, the greatest YouTube content creator influencers in the entire crypto space.
Yeah.
King Solomon and Crypto Eddie, first of all, go there.
King,
you won't have any problems.
Bull, Kevin Cage, XRP.
Kevin Cage, yes.
I mean, all of them. We have got a better...
Choose at your own risk.
We have got a better group of YouTube influencers than any other crypto community out there. So if you go onto YouTube and just put in Ripple XRP, you're going to have a humongous amount of information to be able to get yourself educated.
And in a nutshell, not to take up too much more time, but XRP is a bridge asset. You know, imagine you have two countries that want to trade value, but China's not going to want Russia's coin. So they're going to need to bridge that with something. And that's what XRP's main use case is. It has several others, but go ahead and look it up with those content creators we just mentioned.
And with Pay ID, you can actually you can receive your payments in whatever format you want. That's the great thing about that. You know, Pay ID, you know, you can, if you wanted to be paid, somebody could be sending you Bitcoin, but if you wanted to receive it in XRP, you could. So that's great. That's really great.
All right. Well, I
have to get my paycheck on Pay ID.
Oh yeah.
So guys, as we wind up, I want to thank the both of you. I want to apologize for everybody for running over, because I want to try to make sure that we keep this an hour sharp each week. And anybody, a couple of things that you people can do to help me. If you know anybody that speaks a language besides English, we want to try to get moment in time stories done in other languages. And if anybody that you know would like to be on this weekly roundup, reach out to me and we'll get you on, so everybody can get a chance to get to know who you are better. Because I believe the more we get to know each other, the more that we'll work for each other and fight for each other. So that's one of the reasons we're trying to do all of this.
I got a question. XRP Joe, do you make content? Are you like a content creator?
I have a channel and I've got, I think, 270 or so subscribers.
Okay.
I was posting videos on a semi-regular basis, like once a week or so. I still work 40 hours a week, so it's really hard for me to post daily like some of these other folks are able to. And I've just bought a house up near Yosemite, and there was a lot of stuff we had to do to the property. And now it's pretty much, as you can see, my studio is pretty much back together. So I'm going to start hopefully getting back into posting more regular content. But yeah, I do have a channel on YouTube. It's XRP Joe, all one word. If you space it, you'll have a hard time finding me, but XRP Joe, one word. And then I'm also on Twitter at _XRP Joe.
Cool. I asked you that because your setup is like
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is get on there and talk about XRP.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I love it.
I just had to get a new computer, and I have I'm sorry, I'm a little bit fuzzy. I have a terrible internet connection, but I live in the country, and CenturyLink is the only one that I can get, and it's terrible and horrible. You ought to see how long it takes me to upload videos. But anyway, I'm going to try to work on it as soon as, we get a better internet connection around here, then I will be a little bit more clear.
Well, Starlink by 2021, so everybody should be really good by then.
Hey, I live in the fastest growing county. It used to be the fastest growing county in the nation. So the good internet stuff ought to be getting here soon because this area is growing like a weed.
Nice.
All right, let's see.
I got to get me some more gear. I don't have any XRP shirts or hats or anything. I got to get me some more. Got to get me some so I can start sporting my XRP pride,
Yep.
But I guess we're wrapping it up, huh, Scott?
All right.
Thank everybody in the chat for tuning in, and like Scott said, let's work together. Operation cooperation, and all we gotta do is spend a few minutes and work together so we can be even better than what we are now, because we're already incredible. So we'll be even better, and I'm just glad we connected with everybody. Shout out Lady Enigma and XRP Bags. XRP Bags making great music. I like it a lot. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you. Shout out Kevin XRP Philosopher and everybody else here, man. Shout out Joe XRP and XRP Army News. So we're going to the moon.
All right, Joe, you want to wrap us up? And remember, Kevin Cage tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Lady Enigma, Monday, 9 o'clock. XRP Chiz next Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern.
It's an all-star lineup. Oh my God, does it get any better than that? First of all, Scott, thank you so much for having me on again. David XRP, so nice to meet you, man. We're going to have so many great conversations. It's good to meet everybody in this community in this way, because when we are the new 1%, right, we're going to have the freedom to be able to, hey, XRP David, you want to go have some lunch over in Spain? What are you doing today?
I want that to be
but more importantly, we're going to be able to change the world together, like we're beginning to do right now. I think with what Scott is doing here with the XRP Army News channel, and like David XRP said, thank you so much to everybody in the chat, everybody watching. The participation in the chat tonight was great. TB, welcome to the XRP community. I love when I see somebody new to XRP asking intelligent questions. Wanting, information on something that, looks like it might have some use for them, and to everybody else out there, you guys just be safe, please. Love one another and your loved ones, the ones you really care about, you guys. Start really getting them involved in this in any way that they can relate to. Like I said, my 7-year-old grandson, I'm going to start showing him some little kid-related crypto cartoons and stuff just to get him used to the fact that this is going to be happening, or it is happening. And that's all I got until next time, you guys. Have a great night. Scott, you have anything you want to finish up with?
That's it. I've said it all.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Guys.
All right.